Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, from Limpopo and across the world, welcome to another great episode of 015 to the nation. Ki change intro every single time. Ka hore ke nyako le khabisa ke le hutlise monate ta. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host Darren Roo van Rensburg, and you guys know every single week I give you the best of the best from 015. And today is a day like no other. I'm giving you guys a award-winning actor. He's recently went into music. He's also a social media influencer. Busy. And apparently on the street, he's also a businessman. Who am I talking about if I'm not talking about the one, the only, Mahlatsi Moropo. Moropo!
Oh yes. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you the one and only Mahlatsi. Letetswe.
Yeah.
Kunutu. Mwana Charles Kunutu.
How are you? Oh, sharp.
This guy likes being formal and is my friend. I'm good
and you?
I'm hundreds.
Yeah.
Mahlatsi.
Sure.
Moropo.
Kalina Elgasfan.
Maboko.
Sure.
King Solomon.
Bona Varing.
King Solomon. Tell me, where does King Solomon...
too much. King Solomon from yo.
How are you, Mahlatsi?
I'm good. And how are you?
I'm lovely. Thanks for asking.
Sure.
Mahlatsi.
Yeah.
Utseni skolo Polokwane.
Yes.
Utseni guy.
MP Mahlatsi.
MP Mahlatsi. Lingi?
Northern Academy.
Oh, you went to Northern Academy?
Yeah.
No Chaishaka 4?
No. Khaliba change it right now. Meridian. Yeah.
Oh, give me Meridian, you know.
Yeah, Kirikmo Snowbong now.
Oh, give me Snowbong.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
Sure.
So tell me, Mahlatsi, where did your love for acting begin?
Oh, since I was young.
Yeah.
You know, controlling I was the loudest. And then they go crashing.
Come on, King Solomon.
Yeah, come on, King Solomon Ajongona. But professionally, I fell in love for acting Otloraka 2014. 2014. That's when I saw stage plays the late and the legend Paul Rapetswa go Honeymoon Lodge. You understand? Yo, love it.
What play was it? Do you remember?
Yes.
What play was it?
Our Cry.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
I was boutique in Our Cry.
No, but that time it was not you.
It was who?
It was this lady called
Boutique?
It was Macy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kera boutique.
Oh, you were boutique. Yes.
I wish you were not my father.
I also wish I was
not fathered by you. Eh, mahuma Paul Rapetso ka letsohotla o bola.
Yeah. So
how was it being in the space, being in Honeymoon Lodge and watching?
Man, it was so nice. You understand? You don't want to, when you see yourself there, I was like, no man, I belong there. First opening dance. You know, the songs as well. You know, and at the time they were performing with a live band as well. Watching Bodaisy, the late Leti.
Shout out to you, Kelina.
Yeah. Shout out to her. You know, and then imagine I was invited by my cousins to come watch them. You understand? And for me to fall in love. You know, right now my cousins is only one who's still doing acting right now, and the other one is like, this is not for me, guys. Bye. So. It was so nice, man. I saw myself in them, and I was so I remember I was like this. It's like, you know, dancing with them, and then I was such a young boy having passion and love for that, and then it was so
but I was such a young boy as if you are old now. You are still a young boy.
Right now.
What did you change?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, but let's go. Let's talk about King Solomon. Where does the name King Solomon come? Is it your first character?
Yes.
Okay, and tell us about King Solomon.
A lead character.
Tell us
Solomon about graduation started now. We were graduating, from preschool to, I was going to Intech. So, when I King Solomon read, the drama is also. Yeah, I remember the main line. Go budije. That was so like my first role, and then I really enjoyed it. I still have the videos. Yeah, the CD, and every time when I watch it, I was like, yo, mfana osta.
No, makes sense. And ustaga need.
Yeah.
Ustaga need. To all of our audience at home, let's come magala mo morao le kwadi. Restauranting e tlhatlhwa floppers ba re patile ro ba botsa e ba fetjo re patela, we'll start mentioning them.
Yeah.
But for now, let's come magala di chichi. Ba re betela di wagyu steak. Why it's wagyu steak?
Oh yeah.
Today I'm going to introduce you to wagyu steak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ke steak is a tlhatlhwa.
Nna ke tlo e tshimena tlana le malalana o busha.
Eish ke dilotsa. Why it's ba ja gate 2.
Yo,
modimo wa khotso.
Jerusalem and Nazareth.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
But tell me, how was it working with Mahuma Paul Rapeto? Not a lot of people are privileged enough to say they've worked with the legend himself, Mahuma Paul Rapeto. How was it for you?
It was good. You understand? It was good, and I miss him every day. I remember I was having a talk with Dr. Tongwane at work because of one of his product.
Say his name.
Dr. Tongwane. Sibasa
Mahali.
Yes. So shout out to him as well.
Yeah.
We're talking about Paul, and I always say I wish Paul was still alive, so that I felt like certain things were gonna be easier for me. You understand? And working with that man, I learned a lot in a short period of time. You understand? And I'm where I am because of him right now. You know, from teaching me how to read a script, and to tell you the truth, I went there, but I went there, and it's not like like
Demand 9 years.
No, man, I was like, no, I went to a best school, MP Malachi. Shout out to them as well. But
you went there very young
as well. You understand? But you know, when you're passionate about something, and what's school, they're taking their time to teach you how to, but Paul made me orang, you know what, you need to learn how to read a script. And I feel like he
has a way of making it seem like it's nothing.
Easy as well. You understand? Because I think when you're teaching yourself how to do something with something that you love, it becomes so easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it becomes so easy. So then it was so easy because I didn't have any choice but to learn the lines. You understand? And after that, I had to come and push and then eventually, right now, look where I am. And I'm so grateful for having him in my life.
No, I can imagine. But what are the biggest lessons that you took from Paul that you work with every single day?
Discipline, time management, and determination.
Okay, let's pause there. Okay. So you say, what are the most important lessons you learned from Paul?
Discipline, time management, and determination.
Okay. And go into detail. What do you mean by the three? Discipline in what sense?
As an actor, you need to be disciplined. You understand? And anywhere, everywhere, you need to be disciplined, have discipline. You understand? On set, you need to have discipline, and outside as well. You understand? Because we're in an industry where it's very crucial. You understand? And if you don't have discipline and you don't know what you want in life, you will, you understand? You will drown. And again, when I'm talking about time management, I'm still gonna, like, time management works everywhere. You understand? We work with time. Life is time. You understand?
And you can't be late to set, firstly.
Firstly, you can't be late to set.
Because it's money.
Money.
Repatela costume, repatela the director, repatela the logicamo.
And again, you need to respect every second in your life. You understand? And then that, like, and be determined in everything that you're doing. You understand? I see you're doing everything. You understand?
Without a doubt,
so that those things, they help me to push every day because of I know why I'm here and what I'm doing in this earth. You understand? So
Okay, and was it difficult for you switching because you were raised in the theater?
Yeah.
From King Solomon to Our Cry, etc. You were raised in theater. So transitioning from theater to TV, was it a difficult one for you, and why?
Who is my teacher?
Mahuma Paul Rapid.
So it was not difficult.
Yes.
It was not difficult for me. I remember the first movie that I shot before I went to Skeem Saam, they were so shocked. You know, it was like, I was so young. I was like, hey, brah, you're so talented. Have you done this before? It's like, no, I didn't do this. This is my first time. I'm from theater. This was my first.
But Apollo Pelari give them so much. Rather what you
Sure, you understand? And first day again, when I arrived to go to Skeem Saam, they were so shocked. I remember it was Shoki, Masilu, and Alfred as well.
Yeah.
And they were in the dressing room, like, go makeup on. And then I enter. Putla knows me. So Putla knows me from Makhalapela Visita. So they're having a conversation. They was like, no. No, this is mine. And then they came to us like, who are you? It's like, so she was like, yeah, this is mine. So we went on set. I got there. It was my first scene with Charlie. I didn't look nervous because Brapol used to tell us and give us instruction. No, when you get on set, do this, do that, do this, do this. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that right now. I can say it. I can breakfast, you greet everybody. Yeah, go upstairs, change, and then change, makeup, and then makeup. We go green room, but also lines. They were like, oh. Hey, when at your age, you hop around the line and see, like, what's so, like, confidence?
The
like
professionalism as well,
Yeah. I went on working on set with Charlie, and first take, like, Evan, second take for safety. They were like, second take for safety is like, cool. And it was Pessy was directing.
Pessy Elmo.
Yeah.
Shout
Shout out to, like, from the box.
Yeah.
Came to me. Who are you? Where do you come from? Like, he's been doing this for long. I was like, no, my name is Mahlatsi. Paul is like, you're the one.
Yeah.
You understand?
You're definitely the one.
Yeah. And Charlie was so shocked about the way I was giving take. You understand? You know, when you're working with someone who's giving you understand? And then it was like, my boy, you're such a star.
Yeah.
And South Africa's not ready for you.
Not at all.
And it was not ready for me. The moment I made my TX, it was something else. Without a doubt.
How was the first moment? Do you recall the first moment you saw yourself on TV?
I recall it.
And how was it?
It was, I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I thought, but the sleepy they recasted and everything. I remember I was with my family and my neighbors had to come in the house.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I was standing up there that day because I got to Kishutile on the 25th of it aired on the 25th of October. Yeah, and then shoot like at the 11th of September. Yeah. And it was one of my favorite scenes.
I can imagine.
Every time when I watch that scene, I laugh. Tabela, and that time I didn't have a bass. It was just like an innocent boy. Oh man. I'm still innocent by the way.
How times fly. Times fly. But tell me, what are the most important lessons that you've learned being at Skeem Saam in general?
Ooh. Respect. And again, time management as well. They respect time more than anything and their craft. And one thing about Skeem Saam, they respect their craft. Don't mess up with their craft. You understand? And there are a lot I've learned, you understand? But working with them, I learned a lot.
Yeah. Tell me, you as a young boy, obviously based on your time and everything, you left Polokwane early to stay in Gauteng. You did both your high school while shooting Skeem Saam. How was the transition for you? Shout out to Mahtlatsi's mom. I love you, mama. And then you come to Gauteng and you start. How was the transition for you? Because a lot of people get lost. We can't lie about it. A lot of people get lost.
You know, sometimes I think my parents' teachings, I think, like I always think, last week we were talking with them, I was like, I thank you for your teachings, because they helped me a lot. if it was not your teachings and discipline as well, by disciplining me and say this is wrong, this is right, I right now. You understand? And again, Paul's teachings as well, knowing who you are as well in the industry and what you want. The moment I left Polokwane, when I came here, I told myself that you're not going to Joburg for this and this and this and this. You're going to Joburg to dig the gold. You understand? And so that people can know who you are. You understand? You don't have to introduce yourself wherever you're going. People just have to know who you are. Also not saying, oh, do you know that person? You understand? Yeah. So that's what I told myself when I was moving to Joburg. So Mahlatsi, you're going to do this. You understand? And when you come back home, you must have that gold. And right now, when I'm looking at myself and where I am at my goals, I'm so proud of myself because Asanga you know, shout out to him as well. You know, but I came here because of what I love and I was passionate about something and I'm still running with it.
So your transition was simple?
It was tough.
Okay.
Sorry, it was tough because I was young.
Yes.
You understand? I was young. And something. It was tough, but by the God's grace, you know, and having parents that are supporting you and leaders again, as well.
Yeah.
You understand?
Shout out to you, Rutman.
You know, shout out to them as well.
Shout out to you, Mr. Matumera.
Yes, shout out, you know, because when I moved here, he became a parent to me. You understand? He said, no, my boy, come here. And whatsoever. Now I'm gonna be your parent. I'm gonna lead you. You understand? So having him in my life again, it changed me as well. It was such a nice moment as well. And shout out to his family as well for opening arms for me as well. You know, I really thank them. And again, Mr. Magore as well, like opening arms for me, you know, from taking me from, we're keeping this from work.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
You took outside and say, you're going to be my child right now.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to tell you this and this when you're wrong and when you're right. And I'm so grateful for that as well.
That's true. And tell me, Mahlatsi, I want to run away from acting. We'll come back to it. Sure. Recently, you went into the music space.
Of course. Yeah.
Musadi wa khoshi. What made you go into the music side of things?
I'm a storyteller. You understand? And we tell stories through difficult, but in different things. You understand?
Exactly, different mediums.
Yeah, different.
Capricorn high.
You know, God gave me this talent. You understand? I always say, I'm a dancer. Didn't mention that.
No, we'll get there.
I'm a dancer. I'm an actor. I'm a singer. You understand? So I feel like God gave me this talent so that I must not be hungry and to spread the message as well. You understand? So I must use them. So getting into music, I've had backlashes that I can't see and whatsoever. So I feel like at the time my voice was not matured enough to become, you understand? But right now when I'm listening to my voice is so bold, it's so nice.
Yeah.
I'll play one of my songs, let me tell you something. I have songs, I'm dropping my EP song.
That's what drop.
Get drop soon. And again, shout out to my producers.
Yes.
They believed in me and they told me that you can do this.
What are your producers' names?
Komasan.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
And Mr. 21 DJ Dance. Yeah.
Mr. 21 DJ Dance.
Yeah.
Hey, Maina Gamon class serious. Yeah. Who's your favorite Limpopo artist? Limpopo is definitely taken over. Limpopo. It has taken over Limpopo. Pretoria as well. Up Watlala at a certain club, Gamosani site on Tuesdays. Hey. But tell me, who's your favorite?
Shandel, shout out to you, my friend. Yeah. But I have my favorites. You understand? Shout out to Janesh. Shout out to Makazi as well.
Yeah.
I love Makazi, you know it as well. Like I have an album.
Shandesh, you replace Makazi. Hey, Shandesh,
one thing about me, I fight for my friends.
Yes.
You understand?
But you don't need to fight for Shandesh. Shandesh's talent fights for herself. Yes.
Yeah.
I was watching her video you at Marula Festival.
It was so dope.
That
was history.
I was with Fred and I was watching. Fred is the person behind. Shout out to Fred. Yeah, the black in me. But I was with Fred and I was showing Fred Shandesh's. What Fred about it was more Darren. Fred's status. Shandesh's WhatsApp.
Sure.
And I level so. Shandesh literally made that Marula festival small. Otaruka holongia with Tinbek.
Shout out to her.
She's on the field, Shout out to that. That's beautiful.
This is her,
Without a doubt. But besides Shandesh, Makadzi, who else?
Janesh.
Yeah, shout out to Janesh.
Janesh as well, and shout out to who? I love them all.
Oh, that's proper. You know who's my favorite?
Yeah.
I love, my side is more on the business side than anything.
Let's say it together. Who do you love?
Wait, don't say it with me. We're not wrong. I want to say it myself.
Say it.
Hit Boss.
Oh,
were you going to say Hit Boss?
Yes.
You are not. You are not.
Shout out to him as well. He believes in my music career as well.
I love Hit Boss is more. I had a conversation with him. We linked up. I had a conversation with him. He manages to put the art and the business together.
Of course.
If you can do that, you'll be a sustainable artist. Yes. It's one thing I always tell you as well. So that's good. Shout out to. But do you think Limpopo is going to be forever?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't see another genre coming back.
I also don't. I think Limpopo is going to be bigger than Dom. But at the end of the day, mate,
sure.
The most important part is that you unite, and there's something about the industry. I'm glad you are in that space. The people in the Limpopo space unite, from the influencers, Bokamo, Bolawani, Jojo Manjaro, who's also a musician, to the people on the ground, Bo Hit Boss, who are doing the business side, but also have time to do Limpopo balcony mix. And nobody knows Limpopo balcony mix, man.
Yeah, Skawara, we are busy right now. We're taking it to the world.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt, they will know it.
Yeah, without a doubt. But tell me, what do you want out of your music career?
I want to be a different artist. You understand? I want people to remember Mahlatsi as this kind of person like Mahlatsi. Do you know when someone right now is talking about my brother, Brenda Fassi, talking about Lebo Matosa? You understand?
Those are G's.
You understand? I want right now people, when they are seeing me, they say, yeah, there was this genre, we saw them. You understand? We are seeing them, they're performing. But have you seen Mahlatsi Moropo?
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Have you seen Maboko?
Have you seen Maboko?
Mfanula unamela stage watweka.
Sure.
Watweka, boy.
You understand? Sometimes it's not about, you can have a hit song, but don't have the personality on stage.
Yes.
You understand? You don't have the production as well.
I know you're talking about. You want to be controversial here. We don't do funny things here. Here we uplift. Don't be naughty.
But no, I'm not being naughty. But I'm just giving an example.
Yes.
But I want.
But you have it, mate.
Sure.
You're dancing on stage. I think many people saw you could dance with that video Yamakadze.
Sure.
When you joined on stage. But besides that, mate, you are an amazing dancer.
Thank you so much.
I see you twerk, mate. I see you ignoring it, but I'll bring it back. Mate, what twerk? I think it's time to go back again because I took a break from that. Yeah, no, it's important. I think one thing about you are multifaceted.
Yeah.
It's
a Capricorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are a multifaceted actor.
Sure.
And not actor, but artist rather. So you indulge in everything, dance, music, everything. But I want to go to your personal life before we go back to acting.
Sure.
Recently on social media, people said, hey, gay, hey,
sure.
Hey. I personally know how you feel about that, but how do you feel about that? And like, you're hotla now. Let me bring that up.
Thank you for asking this question, so that I can make this, like, drop the silence. Because
if I don't ask who, I'll give me so like I need a limit. I ask what I want.
So anyway, it does. I grew up with that. You understand? And I made peace with it, and I was like, I'm over it. You understand?
Yeah.
So right now, when it's starting again, when coming to social media, it opens the door again. I was like, I thought I closed this door. And then it was I'm gonna ignore it, but it came to a point where I can't ignore it. You know, I think I made a video on live. I was on a live and someone had to explain myself. You understand? I'm not.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm not.
Oh, smile. I'm not. Continue.
You know,
you're not.
I'm not. Yes, I'm not.
Okay. No, you can. I know you want to go to.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a her.
It's a her.
A beautiful her.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. Do I know her?
You do know her.
Oh, do they know her?
They don't know her.
Okay. Mahlatsi Moropo.
It's life.
Hey, nage chawa mjolo tsi single. Ele mpona ke le sole tse or ke single. Na le Fred. Fred agata kwata. Fred is single. But ladies and gentlemen, Mahlatsi said it straight. Mate, I want you to do me a favor. I know it irritates you to a certain extent having to reiterate the fact that you're not gay. We are not saying being gay is wrong. We have a lot of gay friends that we love.
Yeah.
But my point is, I grew up and people said I'm gay. You see?
Sure.
I think it's when you are comfortable with your sexuality to a certain extent. But don't take it too much to heart.
Sure.
Don't take it too much to heart. But whether you do good, you do bad, people are going to talk. So allow them to talk.
I'm allowing them to talk.
Yeah, allow them. Yeah, allow them to talk, mate. Okay, let's go into Skeem Saam again. Letetswe grows, and then Gigi.
What?
Mahlatsi Moropo has been nominated for the Royalty Soapy Award.
But Ugas do when you
happen to Ibereka. And a restaurant you want to very happy
yes.
You are award, how did that make you feel? Does it say you are doing right? Do you acknowledge it to something? How does it make you feel as an individual winning the Royalty Soapy Award?
Let me tell you something, eh?
Yeah, bro.
As storytellers, sometimes it's painful because we are not acknowledged.
Yeah.
You understand? We can see that you're doing a good job. You understand? Yeah. But sometimes we need something that can say, yeah. In the morning when you look at something and say, yo, yeah, you did something. You understand? And especially when you're young and in the industry, but it happens again to older people as well. When I was having a conversation with one of the thespians, and he was telling me how like he's been in the industry and they're not, it's been like he doesn't feel acknowledged that much.
Yeah.
You understand? Being, appreciated that much.
Yeah.
You understand? Because of his being. So for me, when I saw that, because it was funny, because it's the day of the nominations. You understand? And they nominate like Mama Helen and Eric. Shout out to them as well.
Eric who?
Macheru.
Oh, Brailaga.
Yeah.
Oh, nominate. No nominate. But yeah.
So I sharp get a call. Hey, didn't sharp. The royalty nominees now. No, I'm not. I'm on my way right now, going back home. Shooting, and I was like, okay, get our tip. I get no problem. I get fit. I go to get a look. Let me cool down. Get to Montelbele. Gongsha. Oh. Kikumana di tag it on social media and the message it on WhatsApp. What's going on? Hey, who did I Muloko mo phone.
Tabiso, yeah.
Hey, Moropo, Rujana Kandifan. Moropo, Mulokombi. When a congratulations, Mudimuka Marina, when. Congratulations, winning. Who did I you've been nominated for the Royalty Soapy Award. Like, who did I go?
And Ugala when
I wanted to cry. I was shaking. I was shaking, and then I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I went straight to your page. Letetswe sent me videos, and then I was like, I can't believe it.
Ape wena o bolela le nna nka re re kae o bolela le batho le Thabo ke mang morena
Shout out to Thabo Meko as well. Yes. She's an award-winning actress.
Ke my future ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to them. And man, I was like, I don't know how to explain that feeling, you understand? Because it's a dream come true. I remember, if you can look at my articles back then when I started acting, when I started on Skeem Saam, I was saying one day I wish to win a royalty and a softer. You understand? So you've made interviews. You know my life.
Yeah.
So
I know the real you.
Real
I don't know Mahlatsi. It's about Maboko. But yeah.
So
it made you happy, mate.
It made me happy. And you know what made me happy as well? That I've been recognized by the world.
Yes.
You understand? Because of that one was just like community and everyone, you understand? And shout out to my province as well. They showed me love.
Hey, Ghana, you had a homecoming.
Yeah.
Hey.
And shout out to my Huma group as well, Get On Productions as well, Matumi Rapetso Foundation.
Yeah.
Like, thank you so much, you understand? And thank you again for the one person that made that thing to happen. And in a short period of time,
2 days.
In 2 days, I remember he called me. He was like, "Hey, bruh, what's one stress? Like one stress." Shout out to Mr. Darren. Fun respect. And again,
2 days.
You understand? And
but you deserved it, mate.
Yeah, and
it is important for us to. Something Matumi Rapetso always says. It is important for us to recognize the artists that we've slightly put our province on the map to a certain level. It is important to recognize them at the level that they are, and hence we recognized you to that level.
Of course.
Shout out to the War Funerals as well.
Shout out to Shilbuwa.
They jumped on very quickly.
Very quickly.
Shout out to the MEC. I saw you were sitting there in the boardroom with the MEC.
Yeah. Shout out to my designer as well.
Kapasi welcome speech. Monoidia welcome speech.
Yeah, shout out to Mahuma group.
Shout out to my mom and dad.
Yo. So yeah, man. The team, Mahuma group, all of them, they showed me some love.
Yeah.
And
as always.
Yeah, as always. And then the province as well. Everyone who voted as well. I'd like to say thank you. If I didn't say, like, I can't, thank you guys. And the award, going back to the award, it's like, for me, the award, I've been recognized. You understand? And because of Smanglemang, you understand? I've been recognized. They see what I'm doing, the impact that I'm putting in the industry as well. You understand? At the end of the day, that is my goal. I must leave a mark.
No, makes sense. And then tell us here, what did you name the award? People name the award after many people. What did you name the award after?
Mahuma Paul Rapetso.
Oh, shout out. Yeah. That's a legend in your life. That's a legend in your life. Let's go back to Skeem Saam now, my brother. Before we go back to your personal life and we cut it. What is the most challenging part of the character Letetswe?
Ooh. What's the most difficult part? Is it like the
easiest part getting go. So I want to matter kwatila nchijemgo. Ngara ga wetha ka face mo serious.
The most difficult part for my character, have I seen that? Yes. As having two different emotions in the same scene. You understand? And again, being strong in the same scene. You understand? Sometimes I think people can see the scenes that I'm having with Charlie. And imagine when you're an actor that grew up in a very respectful family and disciplined family. So right now you have to tell our parents that no.
I wish I was not fathered by you.
You understand? But like when times goes on, because of I studied drama at Pride, Paul Rapetso is institution of the dramatic arts. So I can type in and type out as well. You understand? So the most difficult part, I feel like, do I have it?
Possible, which way?
Maybe. Or the most was finding the character.
Okay.
Who's Letetswe.
Okay.
That was the
So your character Bible, etc.
Yeah.
Okay.
Building this boy, you understand? Because for us, we got there when it was a rush. They needed to shoot us ASAP, like because they needed to TX us and introduce us so that next day we can tutor. You understand? So right now I got the script. I just had to let me just show my talent and act. So after a long time, I had to sit down and say, "Bruh, this is not you." You understand? Calm down. You're a thespian. Who's this person? You understand? What are you doing? I feel like that was the most difficult part.
I hear you.
Working with the production as well, because if I come like this and the directors as well, picture their own character as well. They say they want to literature like this. So for me, balancing that and my preference and their preferences also so that they can work together, it was a bit challenging for me because at the time I was still young and
makes sense. And tell me, what's the best thing about working at Skeem Saam?
Ooh, another thing. Best thing of working at Skeem Saam, because but while they welcome you, you don't feel like you're a guest. You don't feel like you're new. Like, but welcome with your what I love as well, like we have unity. Family. Skeem Saam is a family. You injure one, you injure all. You understand? Like you understand? We work as a family, and they take care of their actors. You understand? Which I love. I've never worked with any production. You understand? But I wish to work with. But so far at Skeem Saam, I could recommend someone to work with them.
Lovely. Mahlatsi, tell me, when you look back at your career, what would you tell that young boy that's going on the Skeem Saam set for the first time? What would you advise that young man?
Believe in yourself, believe in your craft, and don't let anyone to tell you that you can't do anything in this world.
Yeah.
You understand? I wish I knew these words.
Yeah.
You understand? You are the best.
Without a doubt.
Make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, my boy.
Shout out.
Mistakes.
Mahlatsi, when you hear the word 015 to the nation, what hits your mind and what hits your heart? When you hear the word 015 to the nation, what hits your mind and what hits your heart?
Hi, Limpopo. Limpopo. 015 to the nation is the roots, bro.
Yeah.
That's where I come from.
Yeah.
But Friday, every Friday, you understand? It means a lot. Like, I'm proud. I'm a proudly Pedi and I'm a proudly Limpopian.
Shout out. Mupedi, umu serious.
Tree.
Thank you.
Thabo home.
Thabo home. Thabo home. Di mano tha kwa costa tlangon.
Thabo home.
Thabo home. No, my brother, you are appreciated. Mahlatsi, as young as you are, my brother, you are making the right waves. You are amazing. You are talented. This is definitely just the beginning of your career. Never do that one.
No, man.
That's where the trouble ends, but starts rather. But for you, just remember, always keep in mind to remain humble, remain who you are. It's always good when you go home. That's why I'll always love your mom. Your mom knows how to. She knows how to pull you down.
And again,
but before I do let you go, it's important that you realize that you are the star you think you are. You have a very bright future. We're talking about you deserve Oscars, but your patience, your hard work and dedication is what will take you there. Stay shining and stay winning, boys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any last words for 015 to the nation viewers before we outie?
I love you guys. Thank you for the love and support. And I'm available for acting gigs as well.
Yeah.
Book me.
All right. Yeah, you're all right.
I'm available for acting gigs as well.
Yeah.
Book me. They'll put my agency, what they, and my emails and what campaigns as well.
Yes.
The geeking.
Yes.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name. No, I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing it right.
Yes.
I'm not doing it right. Let me do it. Kalina like as funny pampijana Mahlatsi Moropo, aka Shimanolo Hochokai, Kuakai, Ramatla, Kukeraka Limpopo. If you don't know me, you know what to do. Google me, baby.
Yeah, Mahlatsi Maboko. Oruchwa ga Matlaku Khamedi. I love Matlaku. Anyway, thanks for coming out once again, my brother. It's appreciated. Hey, ape wena o gwana le physical touch.
Thank you so much. Sorry. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we love you. Thank you for tuning into this another great episode of 015 to the Nation. Today I was here with my brother Mahlatsi Moropo, a star in his own right. Don't forget to comment who you guys want to see next. And like I always say, stay shining and stay winning. And also be kind to one another. We're going out with Mahlatsi's song. Mahlatsi, Rishapegayon.
Which one?
That's the first one that you released.
Oh, December.
Yes.
January.
Arnezag. Rakawate. Tangi.
Thank you, miss. Thank you.
Yeah, Maboko. Hey, Kosha, yeah, we are better, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, Baba.
Come on.